Just ballpark it for me, Rebecca. Do you think this is feasible, knowing what you know about how the mechanics of getting a club ready for action and getting out there and whatever travel would be required and the possibility that they're talking about an FA Cup and then obviously Champions League action should international travel happen? I mean, how much of expectation should our levels be raised here, do you think?
I'm positive. I think it's feasible. They're going to play in their own grounds. There was talk about having neutral venues, but I think they are going to play in their own grounds. In terms of travel, Spain have just lifted their travel ban, and they're about 3 weeks behind the UK. So the UK has some catching up to do. Of course, that I don't think the Champions League will happen until August anyway, by which time I should have thought the UK will have lifted their travel ban. In terms of kind of how much time the players need to get back to fitness, this is so unprecedented, Rich. Kind of these players are so used to playing, August round to May. It gets stopped in March. They've all been training at home, but obviously only so much you can do. And now they've only just started contact training yesterday, touching each other on the training ground yesterday. So they're going to get 3 weeks of essentially high-level training before they play. I would have thought a lot of managers are saying that's not enough. Some managers just want to get going. But ultimately, I think that the Premier League wanted it to happen sooner and the clubs wanted it to happen later, so they've compromised with a 3-week window. And everyone's in the same boat. At the end of the day, they've just got to do their absolute best. There is a worry about injuries. There is a worry. And if you look at the Bundesliga, they've had some muscle injuries in the first few match weeks. So there is that worry. But at some point, Rich, we've got to get out there. We've got to try and get this thing moving because we haven't got all the time in the world. There are people relying on this for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah, of course. No doubt. And I know watching some Bundesliga, just no fans. And it's weird, but it's something that's got to happen as long as the action on the pitch looks like the real deal and is the real deal and the competition is just as intense. Let's go, right?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And if you look at the Bundesliga, that is the case. I mean, the way they play football on the pitch and the sort of strangeness we feel watching it, everyone adapts. The great thing about human beings, Rich, is we all adapt. Whether you're watching it and you find it jarring at the beginning, a few weeks in, it'll be the new normal watching it. Same with the players. They'll find it weird for a bit, then it'll become normal. That's the great thing about the human race. We know how to adapt, and then fingers crossed in the not too distant future, everything can go back to normal, and then we will readapt the other way. So I'm very positive about it, and I think that when people first see that very first game and they remind themselves of the beauty that is football, they won't care. They just want to watch the game.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.